Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Villa Park, to Aston Villa for the first full episode. Obviously in the last episode you saw we joined the club, we played that opening game against Brentford, we won that 1-0. It's been a mixed bag since, but we are 3/4 of the way through the transfer window and we have done some business. So firstly, on the incomings, Jason Barlow came in first. Some of these figures, if people have played this game before, you'll know, aren't exactly right. So we didn't pay 9.25 million for Jason Barlow. He is a backup goalkeeper though, because we loaned out our one goalkeeper and Okoye is out on international duty at the moment. So Jason Barlow came in. There is stats there if you want to pause it and have a look at the attributes of him. After that, we bought in Martin Neto from Motherwell. We didn't pay £70 million for him up front. He's a central midfielder, 28 years of age, good physically, good mentally, good vision, very good player. He has slotted in nicely in that central midfield role already. We signed Ale from Liverpool for £2.5 million. Only problem is he can't play because he played already this season for both Liverpool and Flamengo. I'm not sure how, considering he hasn't got a competitive game there, but he's not allowed to play, so he'll be in at the start of next season. Kevin Nicholas came in for £8.5 million. He is a right winger, a very agile winger as well. Good dribbling, crossing's okay, his finishing's a little bit poor, his first touch is very good, technique's very good, so he comes in as a right winger. We signed Mohamed Lotfi from Esteghlal for £775,000, 4-star potential ability, 18 years of age. The one thing, as we went through the youth team's last episode, is we don't have any good youth players, so we have made an effort to sign some good youth players. Macaulay Jones as well, he's a 3.5-star potential striker slash winger, 15 finishing, 16 dribbling, 15 first touch. Pretty decent. If he can improve on some of those numbers, he could be a very good player as an advanced forward. He will go into the youth team right now. We spent a lot of money. This was a big money sign we made. Baptiste Dubois is a left fullback, pacey, stamina, agility, can run for days, good concentration. His crossing is okay for a fullback. His dribbling is pretty good for a fullback. Marking and passing, tackling technique, all pretty good. He is 24 years of age. We've signed Daniel Ebeling from Red Bull Salzburg for £5 million. He's a striker, 13 dribbling, 10 finishing, 14 first touch. Again, to the youth team, 20 years of age, 4-star potential ability on him. And then lastly was Camilo Paez, 1.3 million from Deportivo Cali, left winger, dribbling, finishing, first touch, all pretty good. Crossing's a little bit poor, passing 17, technique 15, vision 14. His jumping reach is pretty poor, but he's 5'3", he's a little player. He has gone back out on loan to Deportivo Cali. As for outgoings as well, Gary Davies gone to Southend on loan. Peter Wadsworth has gone on loan to Applewell. Mick Whittam to Colchester on loan. Lewis Bullock we sold for 110,000. Peter White we sold for 11.75 million. Enia Knight to Northampton on loan. Oscar Chambers to Scunthorpe on loan. Filip Benkovic for £3.5 million to Tigres. Jonathan Brothers to Stoke for 130,000. Federico Lara to Independiente for 5.5 million. Mitchell Parry to Walsall on loan, and Camilo Paez also out on loan, as we just said. As for the games that we have played since you were last with us, we lost 2-0 to Manchester United. We drew 1-1 with Brighton, beat Wolves 2-1, beat Watford 2-1, beat Swansea in the FA Cup third round 2-0, and then got absolutely smashed last time out by West Ham. That means we come back to today's episode. We have the Man United and Man City games, like we said. We also have a game against Southampton, the rearranged game from that FA Cup weekend in there as well. So we'll show that triple header there of games as we go into it. The squad looks like this. So it's going to be Barlow in goal. But left back is Baptiste Dubois. Salinas and Suarez playing across the centre-back positions. Tanganga at right back. Barat as a defensive midfielder. Neto and Smith Rowe as the central midfielders. Ivan Jaime on the left. Conchau on the right. And Mika Beereth up front. Feel like we've strengthened in the right areas. We still have a number of players looking coming in. Marcelo Formisano is a goalkeeper, coming in for £7.5 million from River, 23 years of age. He might not be first choice this season, but he probably will be in the coming years. Frank Olsen is a 17-year-old coming from Midtjylland. He won't have a work permit, so he'll probably go back on loan straight away. And Federico Perilla is a striker from Spurs. we need another striker to challenge Mika Berith. In terms of strikers, we've got him and Mark Hart. Mark Hart is an 18-year-old striker, made 1 substitute appearance for us so far, 1.5 star, 4-star potential. He has good potential, just whether he can achieve that, I think it's a step too soon for him at the moment. So anyway, you've seen the team. We've got Manchester United. It's a big game. One thing we will show you as well is Stockport County are currently 15th in the Championship as things stand. Since we left just before the Portsmouth game. They lost 2-0. Drew 2-2 with Swansea, lost against Preston, beat QPR, lost against Fulham, and drew with Bristol City. I just want to see, have they appointed a manager as yet? Sean Wilde is the manager, and he, if I can find it, former Crewe manager, has been at Stockport. So he was at Notts County, then he went to Crewe, was at Crewe for about 19-20 months, and now he is at Stockport County. And while we're looking at former clubs, we'll have a quick look at Hinckley Leicester Road. They are 21st in the Vanarama National League North, 3 points behind Altrincham in 20th, so they may just survive. We're not too sure there yet. We'll keep an eye on it as the season closes. Anyway, we are in 14th after our results. 6 wins, 6 draws, 11 defeats, 24 points. We are 5 points clear of Brentford in 18th. 2 tough games. I don't know whether we'll be able to get any points out of Man United or Man City. Hopefully we can get something, but I'm not holding out too much hope. So let's get into the opening game of the episode. It's Manchester United at home, full house hopefully at Villa Park. Let's go. Vanderson now on the right hand side, looks at the crossing. It's a deep cross, gone too far. Mika Marmel will collect it. He'll get crossing from the left towards Mbappe, back to goal, back to Marmel, Musiala, Rashford, saved by Barlow, and Mbappe taps in for his 22nd of the season. They were pressing forward. There were men in the box, overloading our defenders. Mika Marmel did very well on the left-hand side. Mbappe picks it back here. Back to Marmel, into Musiala. He drills across. Rashford's shot, saved by Barlow. Should really hang on to it. Spilled into the path of Mbappe. It's 1-0. This is why we're looking at bringing in another goalkeeper. Obviously, with Okoye being out on international duty, that doesn't help at all. But we're in a position now where we do need a goalkeeper that is going to challenge Okoye, and a younger goalkeeper at that. So that is the reason we have gone for that business. As Smith Rowe into Tanganga, cleared forward now, but only as far as Mika Marmel, into Musiala. Rodrigo looks long for Rashford, takes it down, 1-on-1, great save from Barlow this time, out for a corner kick. Midway through this first half, it's still 1-0. The corner kick will be an outswinger from the near side. Bruno Fernandes puts it in, headed away from Rashford by Salinas, and Ivan James will probably get there first. And that will be that as we get to the half an hour mark, 1-0 down. Travers looks long, and Suarez has time to bring it down into Tanganga. Barrett now with a bit of space, into Berith, back to goal. Into Smith Rowe, will bomb forward, back into Berith. Lays it back to Barat, all the way back to the halfway line, and Salinas. Barat again, Tanganga. Switches it out to Dubois on the left hand side. Ball through for Mika Berith, and he's missed the target. I'm not sure how he's missed the target. It's our first chance of the game and he's missed the target. And that ball over to Rashford, dinks over the goalkeeper, he misses the target too. It's not just our players that are missing the target. I feel like the pressure of Perilla coming in is going to be a big thing for Mika Berith, as we are 1-0 down at half time. We could be more down. One good chance for us, so when we missed the target. Half time, Villa 0, Manchester United 1. Vanderson into Fernandes, Sancho quickly, ball over top, Mbappe 1-on-1, saved by Barlow, dived to his left, palmed it right. Not sure what happened there, but he tipped it round the post for a corner kick, which Fernandes will put in and headed away at the far post and out for a throw-in on the far side. Short goal kick goes into Suarez. He goes forward to Smith Rowe, who's dropped deep. Barat, Neto, back to Barat, into Smith Rowe. Can we find a forward ball? Switched out to Osorio on the left-hand side. The substitute puts the ball through for Berith. It's a poor ball. He did well. Thought he would take it on further towards the byline. Didn't. Look for the ball into Berith, and the keeper can gather. And that ball's been allowed to bounce, and Rashford now can get the ball in field to Musiala. Tackled by Smith Rowe. Rashford once again. Ball into Sancho. Far post. Hits the post. No one reacted. Jadon Sancho gets a second bite of the cherry. It's 2-0. And obviously we weren't expecting to do anything in this game, but that is a poor goal to concede. Musiala tackled by Rowe. Rashford picked it up. He's ball into the far post. Sancho on the volley. Hit the post, but no one reacted. And Sancho just taps in on the rebound. 2-0. Just under an hour to go. Under an hour gone, sorry. And Suarez now into Guerrero, Tanganga, Smith Rowe, looks up, switch ball out to Osorio. Can he find a ball in field? It's a poor ball from Asari. That's 2 poor balls. He's only been on the pitch about 5 minutes. And he is not playing well at all. As Vanderson now down the right hand side gets the crossing towards the far post. Rashford now can keep it in. He'll try and cross it in from the left hand side. Infield to Marmol. Back to Rashford. On the edge of the box is Rodrigo. Marmol again. Rodrigo, they're passing it amongst themselves, keeping the ball away from us here as Rashford picks it up with his back to goal. Turns, faces goal. Tackle, forced to Mbappe. Send that Fernandez over the top. Sancho with the volley. This volley he finds the back of the net with, but I'm not sure if that's going to count or not. He did seem to be away offside on first viewing. It is disallowed. That ball over the top from Bruno Fernandes. Great finish. Yeah, he's about a yard or two offside. It's a great finish from Sancho. Beat the keeper at his near post. It's still 2-0 and we have not been good at all today. Asario now looks like switch ball. Smith Rowe picks it up and has a poor ball looking for Guerrero and Vanderson. Up in McConnell. Cut out by Beereth, who scores his 8th goal of the season. And why are you not getting the ball? We are 2-1 down. There's 25 minutes to play. Get the ball. Get it back on the halfway line because we need to be able to go and win this game. Mika Marmo's ball to Vanderson. He then looked backwards for Upamecano. The ball to Ramirez was cut out and Beereth took it off him and just fired it in. And I was going to take Beereth off, but I'm going to leave it as it is for now. Beereth getting that goal as it goes to Barlow. He looks long for Mika Beereth. Goes up to win the header. Upamecano wins it. Musiala down into Rodrigo. Sancho, Vanderson. Overlapping on the right hand side. Drives towards the byline. Back to Sancho. Will he get the crossing? Mbappe's down. Barlow comfortably hangs on to it. There's 20 minutes to go. We have been outclassed thoroughly in this game, but we're only a goal down as Beereth flicks that ball to Guerrero. Back to Beereth now. Back to goal. Into Guerrero. Smith Rowe. Oh, what a poor finish from Smith Rowe. Just open your body up, go across the keeper or smash it with your left foot. One or the other. Don't just side foot it at the keeper's near post. You're never going to score from there. There is 10 minutes to go. We're going to go attacking. We're going to drop some encouragement. We're going to hopefully create one more chance and we could feasibly nick this as Man United playing it around the back again. Hopefully we can put the pressure on, force them into a mistake. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case though, as Suarez now into Musiala, goes back to Rodrigo, cut out, I thought it was going to be cut out there. Mbappe, great tackle. Barrett now into Guerrero on the near side under a bit of pressure. Tanganga has to go back for Suarez. Barrett has got a bit of space, but he goes back first time. Nice little triangles to try and make the space. It doesn't work. And Vera into Musiala. Mbappe now. Rodrigo. Suarez has made the run inside left channel. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Goes past the goalkeeper. Hits the post. And Dubois smashes it against Mbappe. And it's out for a goal kick as Francis now to Suarez on the left hand side. Infield to Musiala. Back to Suarez. Musiala again. Francis. Lovely little interchange passes and the flag has gone up. And I think that is going to be that. There is less than 20 seconds now left on the clock. Guerrero picks it up. It's a poor ball. Ramirez will intercept it. Gives it to Upamecano. And as the time is ebbing away, there was another offside flag there against Mbappe. That should be all she wrote. We're going to lose 2-1. It's going to look a lot better on paper than it does in terms of the performance we've turned in. But we are playing against one of the top sides in the country. So it can be excused a little bit. It's a 2-1 defeat. We were outclassed there at home. Hopefully by the time we meet them again next season we can be in a different place and a lot better of a side and put more of a threat in against them. But today we have lost 2-1 and we need to get straight into the game against Southampton. Right then, team for the home game against Southampton, it's Formisano in goal, Dubois, Salinas, Suarez and Tanganga across the back, Barat in the defensive midfield role, Neto and Smith Rowe. Tavernier makes his first start for me on the left hand side, Conciao on the right, Beereth up front. Let's get into it. Southampton at home. Let's see if we can bounce back with a victory. To Lamas. Down the right hand side for Conciao. Can he drive towards the byline? Pulls it back to Tanganga. Back to Lemieux. All the way back to Barat now. Neto, are we going to get the shot away? Back to Barat again. Tanganga over the top. Conciao puts it wide. 25 minutes to go. That was a good chance. Ball over the top. Southampton have not created much at all as Salinas now. Out to Dubois on this left hand side. Dubois goes past his man. Keeps going. And Koki gets back and gives it to Becker. It's cleared away only as far as Salinas. Neto now. Into Tavernier. Over the top for Lemieux. And Gilles Lemieux has scored and no, there's not going to be a check. It's 1-0. There's 20 minutes left on the clock. We've brought him on for Emil Smith Rowe, who was struggling fitness-wise. Him and Beereth were both struggling fitness-wise, so we've brought him and Perilla on for his debut. Taffner's ball over the top, and he just flicks it in with the inside of his left foot. I thought he was going to take a touch, and he just clips it beyond the goalkeeper. Under 20 minutes to play, it's 1-0, ball over the top, and Formosano can collect it. He just drops it down and gives it to Suarez short. Don't know why he couldn't have just rolled it to him there. As Suarez hangs onto the ball to Tanganga, over halfway into Conchiao. Lemires once again. Suarez goes all the way back to Formosano, and he finds Salinas. There's no press on our defenders at all. Plenty of time for them to just hang on to it. Taverner now into Dubois, back into Taverner towards the byline, onto his right foot, gives it to Dubois, crossing. Lemires is there. 2 goals from off the bench. He was on the transfer list when I joined the club. We've had a few offers from Leeds come in for him. We rejected all of them because as soon as we knew Sander Berg was out of the club in the summer, he became pretty much our first or second choice central midfielder. And off the bench here, he has scored 2 goals to take us from 0-0 to have the lead. And it's 2 pretty quick goals as well. 71 and 73 minutes for Gilles Lemires. And it is 2-0. And we're going to see out the last 7 or 8 minutes now, hopefully. Dubois, infield to Taverner. Neto hits a shot from distance and tipped over the bar. Taverner also has had a very good game at left wing. He's only playing 6.9. I thought he was playing a lot better than that, if I'm completely honest. Doesn't seem to be that way. Sometimes you don't get what you expect in this. And we're going to bring Mark Hart on for the last couple of minutes. The young striker, give him a bit more game time. Under this circumstances with no pressure, I think that is the ideal thing to do. Kevin Nichols, who came in with an injury, and there's been a sending off. Hussam Bouhafs has been sent off for Southampton, and their day has just gone from bad to worse, as that ball is going to be collected by Suarez into Tanganga. Perilla now, who's moved out to the right hand side. Tanganga again, switches out to Taverner. Taverner will look to go past his man. Forced out wide, infield to Neto. Back to Dubois, into Taverner. When he hit the shot, he beats the goalkeeper at his near post. It's 3-0. Baptiste Dubois with the assist. Taverner with the goal. There was a moment where I was thinking about getting rid of him before the end of this transfer window. We've brought him in for Ivan Shame, who hasn't performed particularly well. And Taverner has got a goal and assist to his name here. And a good all-round performance, and it's 3-0 with just over 2 minutes left on the clock, and we should see this out now without any more trouble. Oh, there's one final highlight, it seems, as Neto, with a lot of time and space, finds Taverner into Dubois. Those two working fantastically on the left-hand side. Ball in, Lemires with a header straight at the goalkeeper, looking for his hat-trick there from that cross, and it's fired up straight onto the chest of Tanganga. Perilla, Barat, Tanganga again, Perilla. And they're playing it around nice little triangles as it goes back to Suarez and Barat. They interchange of passes between themselves. Into Neto. Taverner out on the near side. Dubois looks up balling towards Lemires. He beats the goalkeeper. The referee's gone to his ear though. Is that going to be disallowed? Lemires has run off celebrating. It's going to count. It's a hat-trick for the central midfielder off the bench. That probably gives him the start in the next game against Manchester City. Takes it down. Beats the goalkeeper with a cushioned side-footed finish. 4-0, hat-trick for Lemires, and what a performance it's been since he's come off the bench. A 20-minute hat-trick, 4-0, what a performance. Lemires 9.4 after coming off the bench. Smith Rowe was playing a 7, so it wasn't like he was having a bad game. That back 6, Formosano, Dubois, Salinas, Suarez, Tanganga and Barat, all averaging above a 7. Taverner finished on a 7.7. I thought he was better than that with the assist and the goal, but what a performance, 4-0, and we said when we joined the club that we wanted to just avoid the relegation battle altogether, and I think we're starting to do that now. A couple of victories and we've pulled ourselves quite comfortably away from it. We're into the final game of the episode. We travel away to the Etihad, Manchester City. Formosano's in goal, Dubois, Vucekovic, Suarez, Tanganga across the back, Barat in front of them, Neto and Lemires in that central midfield role. Taverner on the left, Conchiao on the right, Beereth up front. Let's go. Conchiao with this corner kick headed away. It's going to be picked up by Adeyemi now. Runs, well, doesn't, goes in field to Odegaard, and it's quickly passing. Dubois gives it away though. Yusuf Demir now on the right hand side. Gets that ball in field. Vucekovic clears it away. Ruben Diaz, Wendell, Foden, Genovese. Genovese down towards the byline. Tanganga dispossesses him and smashes it clear. Ruben can head it away. Foden. Odegaard looks up top for Castro. Nod down. Adeyemi, what a great save that is from Formosano. Inside 20 minutes, it's still 0-0. The in-swinging corner from Genovese will come in. Ruben Diaz heads it over the bar. It is still 0-0 here. We haven't been too bad, but we haven't been great either. like I say, still 0-0 as we come up to the half an hour mark. We just don't want to concede that early goal. Well, we're near 27 minutes in, it's not going to be an early goal, but we still don't want to concede too early as Dubois wins a header. Taverner into Barat. Neto now. Lays it back into Barat. He can drive forward over halfway into Beereth. Looks for Lemires and doesn't find him. It's cut out and Edison can smash it clear. Adeyemi with a flick onto Castro. Dubois cuts out that pass there. Does really well in that left back position. Dubois cutting infield into Beereth. Barat now. Back to Dubois. Very narrow. Gives it back to Barat and Lemires. Into Beereth who's beyond the defence. Beereth! Oh. If only we had a striker that could score goals, then we could be a very, very lethal team even against the big sides. As Youth Demir looks forward to Castro and Vucikovic dispossesses him and then loses out, but it goes back to Formasano. He can look forward to Beereth. Can he win this header? He does. Into Conchiao. Conchiao infield to Lemires now. Lemires into Beereth. Away from his man. What a finish from the man that I said couldn't finish. Mika Beereth makes it 1-0 inside half an hour, and after blazing one a couple of minutes ago, has absolutely leathered that into the top corner. The power has beaten Edison. Lemires here just lays into the path of Beereth. He took wide with his first touch, and I mean that's poor goalkeeping, but what a finish from the Villa number 9. Mika Beereth makes it 1-0. As Man City get us underway here, they will not like what has just happened to them. As that ball goes over the top, Adeyemi has to run wide to collect it though. He goes back in field to Foden, into the box. Genovese hits the shot over the bar. He hit the stanchion as well. Looked probably closer than it was. It is still 1-0 here. Over half an hour gone. And can we get into half time with this lead still intact? Dubois into Neto now. Back to Dubois. Taverner, Neto. Oh, Taverner's gone past his man. That is a great running from the winger. Has to go back in field to Neto, who goes in field to Dubois. Good running from him. Back to Neto. Taverner now. Pulls it back. Dubois towards the byline. Tries to get the cross in. It's blocked. Neto. Back to Vucikovic. Back to Formasano. Suarez now cuts it out. Oh, he's giving it to Castro. Castro inside right channel. Drives towards the byline. Onto his left foot. Pulls back for Demir. Demir with the shot. And he's wayward from Yusuf Demir. And it remains 1-0 inside this first half here. And that throw is given away. Genovese. Foden looks up ball into Castro, takes it down, one-on-one, goes past the goalkeeper, and Rafael Castro gets his 19th of the season. We can't get into half-time with the lead intact. It's 1-1. Ball over the top from Foden, and Castro getting the goal, 19th of the season. Great first touch, just took it wide of the goalkeeper, and it's 1-1. And we got 5 minutes left to half time, and we've been under the cosh for most of this. We took the lead against the run of play as Genovese puts the ball in and headed in by Augustin Saiben. It's 2-1, 2 in a couple of minutes. Very disappointing, but to be expected if I'm completely honest. We are 2-1 down, header from around the 6-yard box, and after taking the lead against the run of play, we are... Oh, ball into Beereth now. Can he find Lemires? Lovely one. Oh, I thought it was going to be a lovely 1-2, and it wasn't. It was just too heavy. Barat now. All the way back to Formasano. Ball cleared up towards Beereth. Can he win the header? He can't. Foden now into Odegaard. Switches that ball out to Adeyemi. He drifts left to get the ball towards the byline. Pulls it back to Vindal. Back into Adeyemi. Back to Vindal and cleared away by Vucikovic. And Singo now into Demir. Pressure is really on. Singo yet again drives towards the byline. Gets to the byline. Ball in. Headed away. Vindal on the left hand side once again. Back to Foden. Infield to Odegaard. Odegaard into Yusuf Demir. Demir to Singo on the right hand side. A lot of space for him. Squares it across. Adeyemi tap in. 22nd goal of the season. 3-1. We've conceded 3 in about 5 minutes here. Might have been less than that actually. Not ideal in the slightest. And it's Manchester City 3, Aston Villa 1. And for having that lead for 10 minutes has really come back. Man City have hit us back massively, and Ruben Diaz makes it 4. Flick on at the near post by Saiben, and Ruben Diaz makes it 4. They've got 4 in about 9 minutes before half time, and that is disappointing. And I mean, I wasn't going to get into the players too much, but get your act together, start playing football. Tanganga and Beereth were unmotivated, but they have just tore us apart here at the end of the first half, and it looks as if they're going to continue in the same vein here. As Singo, Saiben, Odegaard, they're playing some lovely, lovely stuff and just carving us open every time. I didn't realise they were that good. They're 4th in the league, and that ball goes back to Edison. Ruben Diaz now. Out to wind out on the left-hand side. Genovese. Back to Foden. Ruben Diaz again. Adeyemi. Genovese. What's he going to do? Cuts in field. He finds Castro. Finds the back of the net. Inside the first minute of the second half. It's 5-1. Oh, and I know we got spanked by West Ham. We're going to get absolutely spanked again. A little bit of fortune there with the ball into Castro. Got lucky as it fell to him. And it is 5-1, and we're going to make our first substitution of the game just because Conchiao is really struggling. And Kevin Nicholas, actually going to make two. Kevin Nicholas is coming on for him for his debut. And Perilla is also coming on. Federico Perilla up front for Mika Bierith. As we make the first few changes, Lemire's with his in-swinging corner. Ball in, headed in by Vuskovic, and it is 5-2. Header at the near post, beats Ederson. Lemire's with the ball in, towards that near post, headed in. He had two men on him, beats the goalkeeper. It's 5-2. Modicum of respect there as Mario Vuskovic makes it 5-2. Lemire's getting his second assist of the day as well. And Nicholas goes back to Suarez. Tanganga now looks for Perillo. It's cut out. Odegaard, Adeyemi. Man City coming forward quick. Ball over the top. Castro one-on-one. And a great save from Formosano. Remains 5-2 here. There's half an hour left to play. Whether we can get away with this and not concede another goal, I'm not sure, because Man City look like they are relentless, coming forward every opportunity. They'll have a free kick now. Odegaard in a really good position with his left foot, and keeper makes a... Oh no, it doesn't hit the bar. I thought the keeper made a save there. Went to the keeper's side. I thought there was enough space for him to get it up and down over the wall and beat the goalkeeper on the wall side rather than go the goalkeeper side. Lemire's looks that ball in towards Perilla. It's a poor ball this time though from the man who has 2 assists, the man who has looked like one of our better players since coming into the side. Vuskovic now under a bit of pressure, looks for Tavernier. First real thing he has done now is he looks that ball into Lemire's, who was running past the striker. It's cut out. Tavernier will try again. Infield to Neto. Barat now into Lemire's, into Perilla. Lovely ball into Nicholas. Shot saved, and Windal can get it away. I thought he was just going to take it wide enough for the goalkeeper to create the opportunity. He didn't. It remains 5-2. There is 15 minutes left to play. I'm not sure that anything we do is going to make a difference right now. Ramiro Osorio is going to come on for Tavernier. He's going to get 10-12 minutes of game time as Dubois looks short into Neto. Cut out by Ricardo. In towards Adeyemi. Suarez heads it away. Lemire's looks to go past his man. Held up. Tanganga. Nicholas. Into Barat now. Perilla. Into Neto. Out wide to Osorio. Dubois over the top for Lemire's, who chips it. Oh, he's missed and he's offside. I was guessing that would have rounded off a decent performance for him today. 2 assists and the goal. But he hit the post. He was offside anyway. Unfortunate. League table looks like this. We're in 14th as things stand. We're 5 points clear of Brighton in 18th. So we have done well since taking over the club. It has finished 5-2 here. Disappointing. I don't think we deserve to lose 5, but 4 goals before half time in the 6 minutes before half time and 1 just after half time means that we lose by 5 goals to 2. And I don't like what I saw from the team, and that has motivated them. And I think Perilla will probably start the next game now. Had a couple of appearances off the bench. Hasn't done an awful lot, but does look very promising. And I have more thoughts to do. Game's over and I just want to move on. I'm going to end the broadcast interview now. I'm not in the mood after a 5-2 victory there, especially one where we were ahead. That means the league table looks like this. We're in 14th, as we just said, 27 points from 26, 7 wins, 6 draws, 13 defeats. We're away from that relegation spots though, and we will come back for the games against... We're going to come back at the end of March for the games against Burnley and against Newcastle. And then after that, we'll probably come back for the Norwich, Leicester and Spurs, the final 3 games of the season. Depending on what we've got to play for. If we're still in a bit of a relegation battle, and I still class us as being in one now, even though we're just a bit away from the teams below us, we're still within 2 games of being caught by them. So if we're still in a relegation battle, we'll probably come back for the final 3 games. If you've enjoyed what you've seen in today's episode, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.